What is an FHA 203K loan? First, FHA stands for Federal Housing Administration, as you may already be aware of. And 203K is actually the section of that National Housing Act which covers the loan. So the FHA 203, that's a loan that is supported by and insured by the federal government to help people who want to buy a rundown property and make it habitable through renovation. Now, Section 203K allows the provision of loans to finance the purchase of a property that might need some costly repairs and rehabilitation. As an example, picture and imagine yourself looking for a home to purchase. You've been searching tirelessly and your realtor started having you drive them around. Now you see a house on a street that's been vacant for the past 3 years, and there's broken windows, worn out doors, and cracked walls, and maybe the roof is damaged. Well, you look at the location and you like how big it is, and you just get the picture of how awesome it would be when it's transformed into your dream house. But you don't have the money, and you don't have a regular lender that's willing to help you purchase it because the property isn't habitable. Sometimes your lender can help, but you realize how absurd the requirements would be and all the cost that's involved. Well, this is exactly where the FHA 203K loan comes in. The federal government instituted this to revitalize communities and neighborhoods as well as expand home ownership. You see, the 203K loan, it covers renovations and rehabilitations only. Let's say that you inherited a house from your father and you've also lived in it for a while with your family. You know, almost everywhere in the house needs to be remodeled. Well, the FHA 203K loan covers that. Also, if you need a much smaller budget for a specific renovation, the FHA has what's called a limited 203K mortgage. They'll quickly permit you to access funds up to $35,000 to help you remodel any part of that home. Now, getting approved for an FHA 203K loan is actually very easy. The first step isn't much different from getting a traditional loan, except this time, before you speak to your lender about it, you first have to check and verify that your lender is an FHA approved lender. I provided some links in the video description below to a portal to the official FHA site, which helps you identify those approved lenders. Now, follow these eligibility requirements to get an FHA 203K loan that will take you closer to living in the dream house that you've always pictured. You're going to find a property which requires renovation to make it habitable. Now, that's specific requirements for this type of loan, really, because if the house doesn't require renovation, it can't qualify for this type of loan. To know more about other FHA loans, which offers you the option to buy a ready-to-move-in house, check out our video on buying a house with bad credit. The link will be in the video description below. Now, hire the services of an appraisal officer to help you ascertain the market value of a property. Sometimes that's difficult to do if you're not a professional or if you don't hire one. The types of renovations that will be needed on the property and the cost of each renovation will be something that you need to find out. Now, the next step is to submit an offer to purchase this rundown house. You have to specify in your offer that you'll be assuming an FHA 203K loan for the purchase. Once you submit the loan to an FHA approved lender, then be sure to include the types of renovations and the cost of each in your application together with the cost of the property. The lender will then assess your application and make certain demands to help them on approving your loan. Now, you want to be cooperative, of course, and make yourself available to provide all the documents that they need. You know, expect them to request credit histories too, proof of income, as well as tax clearances. So, if your FHA 203K loan gets approved, the date will be set for closing. To know all about closing costs and its associated costs, check out our video on how long does it take to close on a house and all about closing costs. These links to these two videos will be in the description below as well. Now, after paying the seller, the funds for the renovation will be held in an escrow account managed by your lender. Before a contractor begins work on your house, there will be certain milestones to set, and they have to be agreed upon. These milestones, when met, will be reported, detailing every little bit of work that needs to be done. So your lender will see that, and your appraisal officer will have to verify the work getting done. Now, you should know that the extent of renovations that an FHA 203K loan will cover ranges from minor to major constructions like demolitions to rebuilding. Now, for minor renovations, qualifying must have a cost of $5,000 or more. Eligible renovation activities for an FHA 203K loan can cover a lot of stuff. I'll go over a few of them. So it can cover stuff like structural alterations and reconstruction, modernizing the home, improvements to the home's function, elimination of health hazards, changing the improvements or anything on the house, the appearance, eliminating obsolescences, reconditioning or replacing plumbing, installing a well and or a septic tank. You can add and replace roofing, gutters, and downspouts, and add or replace floors and floor treatments too. There's major landscape work. If that needs to be done, it can cover that. And even enhancing accessibility for a disabled person that might want to move into the home where that home doesn't have it. Or even making it energy, efficient, making energy conservation improvements. You should note though that your property must meet some basic safety and structural standards as prescribed by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. A 1 to 4 family house qualifies for an FHA 203K loan. But how much can you get depends on a couple of factors like location. Now check out a video description below to follow an FHA link which will lead you to knowing the FHA loan limits. You can find the link in the FHA 203K loan calculator portal in the video description as well. Well listen, if you found this video useful, please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up on this video. If you didn't like it, go ahead and give us a thumbs down, but do leave a comment and tell us what we can do to improve, and subscribe to our channel for all things real estate. Okay, if you want to sell or buy a property in San Diego, please feel free to give us a call at 619-500-2444 or send me an email to sellmyhouse@sdchb.com and we'll be of great service to you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and we'll do our best to answer them. Thanks for watching. This is Christian from San Diego County Homebuyers, the real estate team you love and know. We're the ones that know your home, San Diego. See you on the next one.